Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in. My name's David A. Qua and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my weekly Sunday vlog for March 26, 2017. In this video I'm going to tell you guys what's been going on with me for the past week. What movies I've been watching, what events I've been attending, what events I will be attending. We're going to do like a Q&A later on this video. A lot of guys asked me some good questions in this video. I'm going to answer in this video, okay? How about from now on, when you comment, if you want me to ask me a question or whatever, let's do hashtag Q&A. So I just put in the search bar, put hashtag Q&A, and we'll just go right through it. And the next time we do these, okay? Well, I'm probably not going to answer every single question, but we're going to do pick out like my top 3 or top 5 or something like that. We'll just go from there. By the way, I just got home from watching Power Rangers. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, and I really enjoyed it. By the way, chances are there's going to be some spoilers coming up because I'm going to talk about a movie real quick. Okay, here's a picture of my friends and I watching the movie at the Warren Theater. Okay, that's my friend John and that's my cousin Aaron. So you probably saw this picture on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you're interested, you know, to see what's going on with me in my life and stuff like that. Let's talk about Power Rangers, okay? And spoiler alert in case, but man, oh yes, Rita was in the Green Ranger outfit. Like at the very beginning of the movie, for a very short amount of time, you see like back in the dinosaur days or whatever, and they're all in their Ranger outfits. Zordon was the Red Ranger, and he talks to the Yellow Ranger, who's like some type of alien creature or whatever. And then Rita was like, "Oh, I defeat you" and stuff like that. He's like, "Heck no!" And then he commanded Alpha to do something or whatever, and the meteor was, oh my gosh. So I love that little sequence at the beginning. Honestly, I want to see the whole movie, you know, back in the past, you know, with Zordon and his days of being a Ranger and stuff like that and all that, you know. So there was that scene at the very beginning, you see Rangers. In the middle, you see like, they're inside the command center, there was like the morphing grid, the hologram, whatever, you know. You see like images of Power Rangers, and then of course at the end, you see they finally morphed and the Power Rangers are there and they're in their Zords and stuff like that. I honestly wish there was more, by the way. But like when they finally turn into Rangers, when they finally morph, they opened up their faces, you know. You gotta give these kids plenty of screen time and stuff like that. But yeah, I wish there was more like actual Rangers instead of these kids with their helmets opened up like that, you know. Kind of reminds me of Turbo. Remember back in Turbo, Power Rangers movie? You don't see a lot of Rangers in that movie either, you know. Like you do see the Turbo Rangers, but you know it wasn't until like the end where it's like the big climax when they're finally in their suits and they stay in their suits. You know what I mean? But I really enjoyed it. The music. Oh my gosh! Like there was so much homages to the original show, man. First of all, the music. They actually had the original Power Rangers theme song from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers back from the 90s, you know. It was playing while they're in their Zords and stuff like that. And I was like, oh man, start crying, start tearing up, you know. There were scenes in the movie where I did tear up. They were like, the kids were like sitting around a fire and they were like telling each other secrets and stuff like that, and all their struggles in life and whatever, you know. So I freaking love that scene, you know. It's kind of funny, like some of the best scenes in the movie didn't involve Power Rangers. It was just the kids, you know, connecting and having a, you know, interacting and stuff like that. Like, I really enjoyed that. What else? Oh, the original green / white / black / red. You know, Jason David Frank, Tommy. You know, he was actually in the movie as cameo, and Kimberly was there too. The original Kimberly, she was in the movie too for cameos. And man, like it was a good movie, man. I really enjoyed it. You know. There was death, there was cussing, people died, like, innocent civilians died and stuff like that, you know? Like, the only real complaint is that Goldar. Goldar was just some faceless monster terrorizing the city, you know? It wasn't like an actual, oh, he has tons of personality and character and stuff like that. He was just some big goon, pretty much, right? Yarnik, hello! You just comments on my picture of me at the theater and stuff like that, and and yeah. So coming up this weekend, April 1st, no joke, at the Douglas Fairgrounds in Lawrence, Kansas, it will be FanCon. Comic-Con, okay? I went to this last year and I made a video about it. I did dress up as as Deadpool, and I bought some comic books, bought some Spawn action figures and stuff like that. It's happening again, and I'm definitely going. So it will be from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. this upcoming Saturday. I will be going to this event. If you register with them, you get free admission, right? I think it's too late to register now, but yeah, I will be going to this because it will be free admission. I did watch a few movies this past week, besides Power Rangers. The Chaperone, starring Triple H. That's right, him from WWE, the king, the intimidating guy, right? He's in this kiddie comedy right here. So he was in jail. He was like a criminal, right? And these guys right here try to get him back into the life of crime and stuff like that, and rob banks and whatever. He doesn't want it, you know. He wants to be with his daughter. He's been in jail all these years, and he needs to catch up with his daughter, right? Played by Ariel Winters from Modern Family. She's a little kid in this one, man. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie, and I love like the little morals and the lessons that they have in the movie. It's all about family and love and second chances and stuff like that. If you haven't seen this movie, it's great. I thought the plot was really good, you know. Never at any point I thought was cheesy like that one Big Show movie I saw, the Knucklehead. I thought that movie was crazy, you know. But this movie, it was good. Had a lot of heart in it, you know what I mean. I also saw the Dalek War from Doctor Who, third Doctor story. Planet of the Daleks. Okay, it's a 6-episode story, and I really enjoyed it. This one introduced like a gold Dalek Supreme, and they're on this weird planet, and like I freaking love the end where the third Doctor was like, "Don't make war seem." Don't glamorize war, was that what he said, you know? Go back to your planet and try to prevent war from happening, because these people in past episodes were like, oh, we gotta fight and stuff like that, but he said, you know, don't try to glamorize war, and don't try to make them think that war is good or whatever, you know? Go back and tell them about the struggles that we went through fighting the Daleks and stuff like that. And of course I saw Assassin's Creed with my dad. We saw, I did an unboxing of this video, I did an unboxing of this a couple days ago, right? The Blu-ray Ultimate Collector's Set. I watched the special features. One of the special features on here was deleted scenes, right? And they actually have a commentary, the director and the editor of the movie actually sat down, watched the deleted scenes with us, and explained why they took it out of the movie. You wouldn't believe this, man. This could have been the best video game movie ever, and they totally screwed up, right? Because they were like, well, there's so much good acting, there's so much good plot, let's just completely delete it, right? Let's take it out of the movie. Like, that's what they said. So I was watching these deleted scenes and hearing their reasons why they took these scenes out of the actual movie, and they were like, this person that was such a good actor, and then there was so much heart and emotion in this scene, we just had to take it out, you know? There was so much plot development, and we're afraid that the people who watch movies, they're so dumb that they wouldn't understand the scene. Like, there was just too much stuff developing, like, you wouldn't believe what they took out. So here's what was one of the top things that they took out, right? They literally cut out an entire plot line involving this 14-year-old girl, okay? So if you know, with in the movie there's two timelines, right? Like one in the present and one in the past. In the past, Aguilar, played by Michael Fassbender, he plays like an older character in both scenes, right? He has like a female assassin with him, like he has a partner assassin, right? She actually has a descendant in present day who's a 14-year-old girl who was like, she was, you know, a descendant of an actual assassin, but she was raised by the Templars, and then she was like under she was under the influence of the Templars and stuff like that. Even though she was an actual assassin, you know, she was a descendant of an actual assassin, but she was raised by Jeremy Irons' character, and she believes in the Templar ways. But she meets Kal, played by Michael Fassbender, in the present day, the future, right? And it's like, oh, we have such a connection. What's going on and stuff like that, and then she finally learns that in the past, you know, she was actually, these two, their ancestors were partners together. They were both assassins together, you know. And I was like, why would you cut this part out? Like, first of all, wonderful girl. Okay, she had amazing acting. Probably some of the best in the movie, and it completely cut out her entire storyline, her entire plot line, right? She joined in all the fights and stuff like that also, and they just completely cut it out. And there was like an entire scene where they were sitting in a diner, like they were waiting for the final assassination at the end of the movie, right? They were sitting inside a diner, and she showed up like blueprints from Leonardo da Vinci of making the hidden blades and stuff like that. I was like, why would you cut this stuff out? Like, I just don't understand. Why would you make this movie suck so bad that, like, if they put in movies all these scenes back back in the movie, it would be so much better. It would be so much better. I just don't understand these people who make the video game related movies, right? Like, they purposely make these movies suck for some reason. There was another scene, oh my gosh. So there was another scene where, in the very beginning of the movie, Michael Fassbender, in the present day story, he walks into the room where people are like eating and stuff like that. He sits down, and the girl's there too. The descendant of the female assassin from the past, she was there also. And then he looks around and he sees Aguilar, who the bleeding effect. You'll see like a spirit or image, a ghost of Aguilar. And then he looks around and sees all the ghosts of all the other people's, all the other ancestor assassins in the room also. So there was this one dude who's like a pirate, one dude looks just like Arno, one dude like why would you cut this stuff out? There was like a Chinese assassin, and there was one dude over here, and like, oh my gosh, like why would you, like this would be like biggest fan service ever, and they cut it out of the movie, right? I just don't understand these people. But they say that it was like for pacing issues and whatever, but I don't see it, you know? I think if they put it in the movie, it would just been just fine, you know? But because someone is such a good actor, or because it made the plot more complicated or more deep, that's no reason to cut something out of the movie, man. You can't think that viewers of movies are that dumb. It's that you have to dumb down these video game movies the way it is, you know? Oh man, it's so frustrating sometimes watching all these video game related movies, and you know that they can, the content is there, all the source material is there, they can make a good video game related movie, you know, but they purposely make it suck. I'm completely convinced after watching these special features on the Assassin's Creed DVD and Blu-ray that they purposely make these movies suck, because so let's just go ahead and do the Q&A, right? We got 4 people who asked some pretty good questions. TMNT 2024 asks, do you think you will be getting any figures from the new Power Rangers movie? It's a possibility. If it's cheap, I might get it. I saw it at Target. It was beautiful, by the way. It was like a whole pack. All the Rangers plus Goldar, you know? I would like to get that. Recently they did like a 2-pack Rangers. You know, they would have like the original Mighty Morphin Red, and then they would have like the new movie Red all together in one package and stuff like that. Like, I would love to collect those, you know? I guess we'll see. I really don't want to have more figures because it's inevitable now. My parents are in the process of moving, you know? They want to go to Texas to be close to my sister and family and stuff like that. So I would say next year I will not be in this house, okay? And probably half of my collections will be gone. I'll probably like sell them or something just so we can move or whatever, you know? They do plan to have multiple garage sales sometime between now to like the end of the year. And I don't want to buy more right now, knowing that it may possibly be sold later on, you know. But we'll get to that when we get to that. And nothing's like my parents are looking for a house, but yeah, it seems like it's very inevitable that I'll be moving soon. Vishal Sipley. Hey David, my question for the Sunday vlog is, as a child, what was your favorite subject and what was your worst? Choose one. Okay, so I guess I mean my school subjects, right? Favorite would have to be like math or science. You know, like I guess science a little bit more. That probably is why I'm in the field I am right now, right? I had a great chemistry teacher, great physics teacher way back in high school. Back in 7th grade, I had I had a teacher. She was amazing, man. She was talking about Jurassic Park and Star Wars and stuff like that. I freaking love that teacher. I don't even know her name right now. That's sad. But yeah, so science and math is probably like my favorite subjects in school. History is probably like the least favorite. It's kind of funny because if I take history classes right now, which I have been doing recently, I took some history classes. I'm like totally into it now. But way back when, I just didn't like. I took like AP history. I took honors history. I took civics and world cultures, and I was never into it, you know. But now, if I take history, I think I bet it's because of Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed has really gotten me interested in like the history and people from the past and stuff like that, and I guess that's one of the reasons why I'm into history now. But yeah. PJ Gypsum, Q&A. Are you going to be doing a Nintendo Switch search video like you did with the PS4? I actually did try to make a video. I went to like 2 Targets, 2 Best Buys, and I started recording with my phone a video of me searching for the Nintendo Switch, you know? But the thing is, we all know there are no, like, the whole video is like a big spoiler, right? It's so predictable. Everyone knows that right now, if you go to Walmart or whatever, there won't be any Nintendo Switches right now, okay, at this time right now. The next shipping won't be for, you know, a while. So why would it, like, I'm watching this video, it's like, I'm recording it, I'm like, why am I doing this? Everyone knows that there are no Nintendo Switches here. So why am I making this video? So I did make a video of me going to different stores looking for the Nintendo Switch, and I watch it back, I'm like, this is the most boring, most predictable video ever. I'm not gonna upload it. I'm not gonna edit all these clips together and stuff like that, but it does exist. But it's not that interesting, to be honest with you. AB Nahyan, how do you watch anime, subtitle or dub? Kind of both. It really depends on what's available for me, you know? I watch Evangelion, for instance, subtitled. But I watch, like, Case Closed, Shuffle, Cowboy Bebop, Space Dandy, and they're dubbed, you know? But it really depends. You know, what I like to do is I actually turn on the subtitles and the English at the same time and see if they actually translate it correctly, you know? Sometimes they'll be saying something like, how are you doing today? And then, but when they talk, and when the dub version would say something like, what's up, friend, you know? But in the subtitles it'd be like, hello. And that'd be it. You know? But so yeah, sometimes it's like, oh, in the context, the dub is actually a little better than the subtitles sometimes. You know, so I'm like, okay, if you're watching all in Japanese and you don't know, and you're just depending on the subtitles and know what they're saying, sometimes they're not saying the actual phrase. You know, or it could be like a little better. Like they'll say something like, I'm gonna go eat a burrito now, but in the subtitles, watching just Japanese, it was like, I'm hungry, and that'll be it. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's like it's interesting to see what the difference is between what they're saying and what the subtitles say. But I don't know if it's like completely accurate. You know, I don't know Japanese, but sometimes that's what happens. Like I hear the dub, and I hear the dub has better context than the subtitle itself. You know. So anyway. That's all the questions that were asked in the vlog. So I will be going to this weekend. Okay, if you live anywhere near the Kansas City or Lawrence area, I will be here this weekend. I will be heading back up to Lawrence in like an hour. So, like, well, I'll be leaving in an hour. Okay, but it'll be like tonight. I'll be up in Lawrence. So it was a good spring break. I had a good time. You know, got to spend time with my family. Work on my master's test and stuff like that. Kal Power Cosplay actually commented on one of my videos. I like her. She's a good kid. So anyway, thank you for watching, everyone. Rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.